Hey everyone, welcome back. New day, new lure, and today we're going to be painting a deep diving crankbait. This is a big crankbait. It's about 7 inches from lip to tip, and we're going to start with some Wicked Pearl Black right across the back. I don't typically do my pearls directly onto the bait. I usually have some kind of base coat, whether it's like black, beige, white underneath, to kind of have these pearls pop a little more. But because we want this holographic side to kind of come through, we're going to use just our more translucent type colors first. So along the back, along the head, bring it down just a little bit. Basically just right where that holograph kind of starts. Yeah, get the tail, get the head. Yeah, I figure it's time to get back to painting something that's a little more of a natural looking fish instead of donuts and shrimp and everything else like we have over the past couple of weeks, even though it was super fun. Next, we're going to have some metallic true gold from Jacquard. Now, what I like about this is that it is a bit of a more liquidy type paint, which is going to be exactly what we're hoping for on this, because as we're spraying it, you can look at the tail there. It actually kind of pools. It makes like little tiny pools on this plastic side, which kind of gives it its own little mottled appearance, which is perfect. Metallic white along the belly. Now, when you're spraying the metallic white, just basically don't stick just to the middle. Feel free to kind of put your brush off to the side. That way the white kind of goes underneath the gill plates a little bit and just adds a little bit of depth to the gill plate underneath the chin. So as I continue with the white here, I do want to ask you a question. What do you think would make this channel better? Should I start maybe taking these out to a creek and seeing how they fish, or should I start doing some more, some challenges maybe? I don't know. What do you think would be good to see? I'm actually really interested in hearing your opinion. As much as I enjoy painting these lures, I also enjoy you guys enjoying these videos. So if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear it. Yeah. Now just using a opaque black from Jacquard and the mottled stencil from Anarchy. Lay it on. PSI is around 15 or so. I don't like to go too heavy through a stencil. Start off, work your way through, and basically just a straight line up the middle. Bring it back down. Because the bait's so long, we'll have to do this in a couple of stages. So something to kind of keep in mind when you're doing the two parts. When you start that second part, make sure you're on the stencil and just very lightly apply the paint, or else you get a big blob and it's pretty noticeable that you did it in two different steps. Here's just an art tool stencil of some kind from like a texture pack, I think it was. When you're lining your stencil up along the side, try to find either like the hook eye on the back or an angle on the gill or something to kind of keep it the same as you're going through, to keep it nice and symmetrical, even if it is a rather erratic pattern like this. Get the other side. And again, PSI is still around 15. Just checking to make sure that holograph still comes through. It's not really showing up well on the camera though. Mottled stencil, quick pass. Good. Now we'll zoom a bit on the eye, or the head. Add a little bit of shading to those gill plates. Make sure you're spraying mostly on the stencil, and just basically the overspray is going to be what's hitting the gill plate. Dry your stencil off in between when you're flipping, otherwise you get a big blob on your painted part, on the part that you don't want to paint. Good. Just gives it a lot more depth, just getting a little bit of shadow in there. Some golden chartreuse. And basically I just want it on the tip of the tail. Just for a little bit of flash. Give those fish a target when they want to hit. Now it looks like I'm doing a lot of coats at one time, but actually I'm just going very, very light. I find this color is very quick to pool up, so just very thin coats and go on. Next up, the eyes. I don't usually paint baits this big. It's kind of nice to have all this working space when it comes to eyes. It was a natural one, and even though there's all this space, I still managed to mess it up going in there. Good. Just make sure it's in. I'm pretty sure you know how the other side's going to go in. Christmas morning, take off the tape. Unwrap the present. There we go. Okay, let's see how it looks with some clear coat on there. I'll be using the KBS, just a spray, a good healthy coat of the spray KBS, and yeah, let's come back and we'll have a look at it in a second. All right, final product. Very simple paint job. You can kind of still see, I can't really see through the camera, that little bit of reflective. It's there. I did paint another one. This one is missing the little rattle on the inside, but lighter on the gold, and you can kind of see by going lighter that more of that mottled look came through on the paint. So, I mean, I think both of these are going to see some action, but which one's better, top or bottom? Let me know. Thanks, bye.